In time, the sand closes off the harbor. The problem at Santa Barbara is how to keep the harbor from being sealed off by accumulating sand. The solution is to take the sand out of the harbor and put it back into the natural longshore transport system. This is done with a dredge. The dredge digs up sand from the end of the spit at the rate of about 280,000 cubic yards per year, and it works the year round. The dredge picks up a mixture of sand and water here, pumps it through a pipe, and dumps it here. The sand spilled out onto the beach below the harbor flows down the beach toward the surf. Once the sand reaches the surf, it is picked up by the longshore current and is once again on its way down the coast. 80 miles down the coast are this breakwater and pier at Santa Monica. The breakwater was built to provide a place where small boats could anchor and be protected from incoming waves. Notice the bulge in the beach opposite the breakwater. The bulge was not there before the breakwater was built, but it appeared soon after. Why? The answer is that the breakwater prevented the waves from reaching the beach, and the river of sand was deprived of the energy that keeps it moving. The sand movement along the beach slowed down, the sand accumulated, and the bulge was formed. In time, the bulge would grow until it reached the breakwater, and the boat anchorage would be filled with sand. To prevent this, the sand is dredged regularly and dumped farther down the coast where the river of sand is flowing normally. 120 miles farther down the coast, the river of sand is interrupted again, but in a different way. Although 200,000 cubic yards of sand per year are moving southward along this beach, the beach narrows down and ends here, and there is no piling up of sand against the rocky point. Where does the sand go? Just offshore is a branch of a submarine canyon. The canyon is about 20 miles long and extends to a depth of more than 3,000 feet. Now we know why the beach ends near the head of the submarine canyon. The river of sand is drained off down the canyon and onto the ocean bottom. The canyon is located here. Farther up coast, there are two other submarine canyons, each just offshore where a beach ends. A system of rivers feeds sand to each of the beaches. The sand is carried down the rivers and is moved southward along the beaches. The beaches end where the sand is drained off down the underwater canyons. What happens when a dam is built across one of the rivers? The sand that would normally move downriver to the beaches is trapped. The reservoir has to be drained periodically and the accumulated sand removed. What would happen if all the rivers were blocked? Eventually, the beaches would disappear. So, the rivers of sand that move along our coasts are actually parts of much larger systems. Whenever man interferes with such a system, he becomes involved in its operation. To the degree that man upsets the natural balance of the system, he and his machines must do the work that nature did before.